at CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. New York's Cosmos arrive playing their best soccer of the season. Chattanooga trying to steady themselves around the playoff line. Hi, glad you're with us from CHI Memorial. I'm Gabriel Schry with this one. A good USL League One duel on hand for you, and crucial points on the lines between these two sides. First, our player to watch for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, it's Omar Hernandez. 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 direct contributions. And Coach McKenzie told me a few weeks ago he's had 2 called off that probably could have been goals. So a very productive season. Just converted a first-half penalty against Sarasota and delivered a late corner to Grayson Mercer. He's a local guy, a Dalton, Georgia product, and a very, very high set-piece quality player. He'll be an important piece tonight at home against the Cosmos of New York. Our player to watch for the Cosmos on the road, a man, who else would it be? It's Ajmir Spangler, right? The whole league knows who he is. He has been electric from day one. 7 goals, 6 assists, 50 shots, the most in USL League One. Scored the 2nd goal on Wednesday at Corpus Christi, and Scott McKenzie specifically spoke to me about him during our call this week. One of the best talents in USL League One. He will be somebody to keep a handle on tonight for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. If they can do so, it'll help them. Kickoff is just moments away at CHI Memorial Stadium. The Cosmos have to be patient. It's the first meeting ever between these two sides. Can they get it done against the Red Wolves, who are trying to protect playoff position? We'll find out. New York is trying to prove the turnaround is real with a couple of wins in a row when we come back right here in East Tennessee with USL League One Soccer.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
He shoots, and he scores!
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga, because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Here's a look at your lineup for the Chattanooga Red Wolves tonight against the New York Cosmos. Pedro Hernandez has been the man with a Leafy out. Matt Bentley, Omar Hernandez, other very, very important leadership voices. Chattanooga expected to keep their normal identity tonight. You can see the shape, exactly what you would look for out of the side. Smith between the sticks. It's a 4-4-2 selected by Scott McKenzie. For the New York Cosmos, a lot of new personnel, and you'll see 3 of them are in the starting lineup. They've signed a number of guys over the last 6 weeks. 3 in the starting lineup tonight, 4 available in tonight's match day selection. It'll be interesting to see how they play at Impact, though. Ramos is brand new in midfield. You've got 3 guys in the lineup selected by Davide in this 4-3-3. That is your lineup for the New York Cosmos as we are ready for kick at CHI Memorial Stadium between the Red Wolves and New York. Glad you're along with us. I'm Gabriel Schrei. A very important League One battle for these two sides. The New York Cosmos coming off of what is their best stint so far as a part of League One. Back-to-back shutouts, back-to-back victories. They look like they're on track, and they're trying to take that and turn it into something. Is this the beginning of a genuine second-half transformation? Any result tonight against Chattanooga, the Red Wolves, who were the runner-up in the Supporters' Shield last season, would be a huge, huge testament to that exact thought line, to that exact process. They would love to find a way to get that done, obviously. A big one between these two is Chattanooga pushing to stay above that playoff line, and we'll kick off again as we're not ready to go yet. Hot day in East Tennessee, and with so many matches played in such rapid succession for these two, they'll definitely be managing minutes. We're underway between the Chattanooga Red Wolves and the New York Cosmos in USL League One. Welcome inside of CHI Memorial Stadium. Knotted that through, knocked around. Ball is sent long and will be gathered on the back line by the Red Wolves. Kinsner lets it go and Smith sends it long. Referee tonight, Jacob Larson, assisted by Jackson Krauser, Josh Lampkins, and Jonathan Smith. A shot cleaned up off the rip. Unbelievable. The Chattanooga Red Wolves goal in the Scenic City. 30 seconds into this, it's 1-0 Chattanooga Red Wolves. The Cosmos coming off of back-to-back shutouts, allow an early score. Pedro Hernandez, his fourth of the season. Chattanooga is leading 1-0 as we are just getting started between the Cosmos and Red Wolves. And that's tough. That is Scott McKenzie sitting down with a whiteboard, doing a lot of hard work this week, puts his guys in position to be successful early. They knew they would have an opportunity like that. They find a way to get through on the rush and score. And just like that, Hernandez immediately changes the tone and the setting of this match for a side that had posted back-to-back clean sheets. Iambila sent that inside. Kinsner tantalizes the defenders, won't let them get to that as it's threaded long. New York Cosmos, a little lackadaisical pass right back to the center back. Just a gentle touch across, didn't want to put too much on it. Now a little effort on this and misfired as the Red Wolves take it away and try to counter from midfield. Poked away again. Cosmos wearing those yellow kits, centered up. He's gonna heel this through into the 18 and it rolls down to Smith, who will gently control the ball. Same story as always for these two sides. Chattanooga has been banged up all year, and to have 5 guys totally unavailable for selection and be relieved is wild, but that's the case for Scott McKenzie. They're the healthiest they've been all year. Mendonça, who came from Chattanooga Football Club, downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, and MLS Next Pro playing with the Cosmos. He's out. Acosta out as well, and Chan. 4th minute, just getting started. From behind midfield, New York. It's one of those new signees. We're seeing him play with the ball a lot. He's played a big impact early. Chilaka came from forward Madison. Experienced center back, pro side experience both in the U.S. and in Israel. He's played at Championship and League One. Long pitch down the touchline for the Cosmos. Tried to finesse that through and it's stolen away by Wessels. Winan clears this long into the bench where it's snagged. Getting a little sassy down there inside of the bench. Scott McKenzie is laughing it off, having a quick word with the referees. And it looks like he's going to have a talking to with Jacob Larson. He was all the way in the bench of the Red Wolves. That's unusual. Glad they let him play on with a warning, but definitely jot that down for later. Chattanooga just couldn't control. He lost it. Cosmos, man, take it down. And a good spot for New York as they'll set that. Hernandez was right there. Now a little bit of chippiness after all the action along the touchline. Larson trying to get things under control as we wrap up minute 5. He's going to send guys back. This is a great opportunity. Chattanooga specializes in set pieces. They and Knoxville notorious in coaching circles around League One for how successful they are on those set pieces. The Cosmos, no slouch themselves. We'll see what they can do. Left and flicked quickly. New York down into the wing, looking inside. Didn't like the initial opportunity. Here's a bend through, and Chattanooga clears it away from the edge of the 18, now hammered over the top, back to midfield. Tried to run that down, taken out of the air. Massimo Morabito sent long and off over the touchline. Davide at the helm of this program. Clear identity after a major midseason overhaul. Mentality, patience, concentration, rest, defense. He's made some midfield additions and really told me that one of the things he's happy about is how Ajmir Spengler has been teed up. A little more freedom, a little more space to work with on the attack. And he's obviously able to facilitate his teammates better when he has more room and freedom. Speaking of which, gathered up down at midfield by one of those new signees. Sent through for New York, and the Cosmos lose it to the back line of Chattanooga. Frankie Lujkovic, a new signee in central midfield, a product of Gonzaga University. Chattanooga down along the end line. And a set piece chance for the Cosmos. Janot standing by. New York bends this all the way over the top, nodded around and off over the end line. That's goal kick for Chattanooga as Smith goes to the ball. Good look. New York just can't find a way to create anything. First time since joining the league, the Cosmos have won back-to-back matches, and to me it does feel like a bit of an identity change and turnaround is underway for the Cosmos. There's a lot of parity in League One, and it's a super competitive league. Doesn't matter where you're at, what part of the league you're in, what your schedule shakes out like. This is a tough league to win and very competitive. Davide had a lot to say about that this week. We talked extensively about how difficult it is to compete and play inside of USL League One and USL Championship. Down across from behind the midfield stripe, working his way through and harassed. He'll turn it back. Little floater, skeeters over the top of the grass. Tagged up, Morabito. Massimo going back and forth, doesn't like what he sees. Chattanooga holding shape well in the block. Long floater right to Smith. Gloves that. Chattanooga Red Wolves. All the way down in front of their own bench. Well played defensively by Anderson Holt. New York stays with it. Long ball. Iambila protecting that. Janelle, the center forward from Gambia, following him back toward the 18, but well played for the Red Wolves in Chattanooga. Red Wolves rope it through and kept away from the attackers. Stefani playing between the sticks tonight for the New York Cosmos. Tristan, a goalkeeper from Norwood, Massachusetts. Chilaka went inside, now the long bend, looking for the Gambian. Down in the wing, hits the brakes. Once defeated inside, left out on the edge of it. Massimo inside from alongside the penalty arc, and New York will have to reset. Good patience on display from the Cosmos. Sent through, he's got possession, but it's poked away, and Chattanooga skies this thing out of the 18. Not only did I put that on the top page of my notes as something that'll be key if New York wants to win and keep the streak alive, I circled it right before kickoff. Patience. New York has to be patient. Floater. Chattanooga will make you pay dearly if you get a little eager. Janal tries to go back. Morabito, the left back out of the Philly Union Academy. His intended target, instead, Chattanooga's Red Wolves will throw in. Morabito played an MLS Next Pro in 2024 and 2025. Sent all the way to the corner. Shaded by the icon of the Cosmos. Sent through again, in trouble. Here come the Red Wolves. Chattanooga's man bowled over inside of the 18. We play on. Stolen away, he regathers. New York rolled off over the touchline. We'll get another look when we have a moment. Thought we had a break in play. Let's take a look at that right there. Well, you be the judge. We play on, New York and Chattanooga. Cosmos just behind the stripe. Massimo. Chilaka. Back to Morabito, rotating. Sebastian Gonzatti is shading through center field. There's a touch from him. He had it a moment ago. Gonzatti, one of the greats in USL history. Delivered back in front. A strike is going to roll through over the end line. Chattanooga, good job planting bodies in front of the penalty arc. They'll definitely look to him in the course of this match, and it's been nice for them to have him back on the roster. Came to them from Detroit City FC a decade after his first stint with the club. Joined the Cosmos in 13, spent a long time with New York. Floated down into the 18, fights through a defender. Everybody wants a call. None coming as Chattanooga goes down the side of the pitch. Little floater across for Bentley. Matt Bentley, one of the few in league history who scored a hat trick. taking his time, left off. Bentley in a foot race down to the corner for Chattanooga. Matt leaves it off. Iambila. Backside on the edge of the 6, knotted just over the top, and you can see Ramos grabbing the sides of his head. He can't believe he missed the mark. A sigh of relief for Stefani from Norwood. He knew that wasn't going to be on the frame. He could tell. I don't know how. He didn't seem stressed at all. Kept the hands down. Cosmos remain unscathed on a quality rush created by Matt Bentley. As we'll roll through to the quarter-hour mark. 1-0, Chattanooga Red Wolves leading on their home turf. New York Cosmos looking to extend their first two-match streak into a third. They went 2 matches in a row with a clean sheet as well. Davide told me they had to be focused. They had to be on the ball this week. Other than that early mental error, they have been. Cosmos down in the corner. Too many bodies in traffic. The bend, one and a nod inside. Rolled through into the area, tagged up, fired off the defender, trying to clear this away, and it'll be run down near the touchline. That stays with Chattanooga. Bentley gets the ball back for the Red Wolves. Bentley scored that hat trick I mentioned a moment ago right here at CHI Memorial Stadium. One of the great performances in League One history. Red Wolves have been notorious for years for being extremely productive. They racked up the record scoring in their first couple of years in the league. They were an inaugural member of USL League One back in 2018. Not as historical as the CBS broadcast of the Cosmos and Kickers, but historical in League One terms. Here comes Iambila coasting through, left off on the arc. He's gonna light off a shot that goes over the top. Look out in the parking lot. A little too much juice on that one. Over the parking lot and into the neighboring field. Iambila creates a great opportunity. The play is made by Hernandez. That was a misfired pass, and the right back from Bay Point, California somehow keeps that on the toe of his boot, collects, composes himself, and gets a shot off. Is it a good look? No, he goes high, but he created an opportunity there. You cannot let Chattanooga have those opportunities. As I said, be patient, be under control. Crisp passing is necessary for the Cosmos. The formula is there. They're having success. Just got to keep punching all the tabs on your way, if you will, to a winning ticket. Iambila. Red Wolves across. Chattanooga has this very pronounced blue-collar style. He finds a little seam and leaves it off for the end line, and Hernandez, but the ball is going to go for goal kick. Cosmos have certainly found their identity rolling through into the final leg of this season. Feeling very clean as a unit, playing connected together. Couple of really good moments early, and the highlights from the last couple matches looking very good. New York across. Massimo. Away from Iambila, almost in danger as it's pushed away. Unintentionally knocked that off. Jordan tried to sell the call. First ever meeting between these two sides in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Floater across, no one there. Jordan Iambila nods it to himself near the corner and clears it away. They'll play again during the regular season. The final match day of the year, decision day, will see these two play in New York. Hinchcliffe. Down for the Cosmos. NYC for the end line as he tries to get around and taken down. That'll be a corner. Look at the play. Wow, just barely got the ball. Great hustle by Bentley. Matt Bentley from London, England, a center forward, a very important piece for this side. Cosmos sent inside and knocked back, gathered alongside the penalty arc. New York cuts it back from the corner of the 18. It's knotted long. Who else? The Englishman. Bentley unintentionally pushes that off. Turn to CBS Sports Network Saturday, September 2nd, 7:30 Eastern. A League One clash. Fort Wayne pushes for the playoffs as the veteran Richmond Kickers look to play spoiler. All the action on CBS Sports Network Saturday, September 2nd. Waka. You can see how much influence he has on the way this club builds out. Definitely a piece that was missing for the Cosmos. Long bend down near the corner. New York tagged up well, wants to service. Tries to step around the defender into the 18. Two there, and it's knocked away with force. Chalaka gets it from the wing, bent for the 6, and Smith touches it away. Inside heel, just wide by the veteran. Sebastian puts it just wide of the stick as we've got a player slow to rise in Tennessee. Another look at the opportunity. Really good placement. You can barely tell he healed that. Sebastian was right there, got a heel onto the ball. Guinzotti almost scores. Iambila on his knee. Left back from Accra, Ghana, came from Miami FC. Also played with the Las Vegas Lights, San Antonio, and Accra Lions prior to that. Competed in Malaysia with Selangor FC and continued his development across multiple pro side leagues before coming to the States, joining the USL ecosystem. Iambila headed across to the touchline and the bench. Hopefully he's all right. Jordan's been a good piece this year for Chattanooga. Scored a goal. He just eclipsed 1,600 minutes on the field and will stay on. (1-0) Chattanooga Red Wolves. They scored in the first minute. Omar Hernandez, the local product, was our player to watch. He was a star for the Big Red at Dalton High School. And they've been so successful in the state of Georgia, just dominant in the GHSA playoffs every single year. They feel unstoppable year in and year out. We picked him as our player to watch, but it was the other Hernandez, Pedro, from Bay Point, California, who got it done. Knotted through midfield. Cosmos will throw in. Davide looking very calm down on the touchline. Happy with his system, how it's pulling together. New York stitches together a couple of passes, this through vacant space. On the wing, wants the feed over the top and knotted away by Iambila. Jordan tries to run it down and it's regathered. Frankie. Massimo. Defended well by Kinsner, sent inside, pinballed around, Cosmos can't get it, and this cleared away as New York appeals for the call. Jacob Larson, the referee, letting these guys play. Stefani comes way out to tee that up to Chalaka. Couldn't connect. Ramos sees it taken away. New York hits the brakes and it's banged off a defender in the air. Can't regather. Chattanooga's got numbers defensively, and this sent to the circle. Chalaka, good quick pass. That's what makes him special. Streaking by Mbila. Set inside. Couldn't direct it on goal. Smith able to cover the ball as the veteran put a good strike onto it. That was a great opportunity, and what started it all was the pass. Chalaka gets it down along the touchline. The Gambian there feeds it well. Looking for the veteran from Uruguay, but Guinzotti was not able to get it through. Smith makes a good play. I'd say that's more on Smith being in position and heads up than Guinzotti not putting a good look onto the ball. That was a nice quick play from center field as now Chattanooga possesses and works. Long bend over the top. Bentley knifes his way through to the wing, cuts to the end line, and that's got a little too much as it sails off. Chattanooga's man has blown a tire. Ramos loses a boot and is able to get situated. We'll play on. A set-piece opportunity for Chattanooga. Only mentioned it once today, but notorious in League One. Coaches always talk about how dangerous they are in the set piece. They've been back and forth all year for leading the league scoring on these, with Knoxville sent inside. Loose from the spot. He mistouched it. Still alive for the moment, but as Hernandez can't get after it, the Cosmos clear it away. And the call from our referee. Great play inside for New York. A little bit of luck, some good positioning, and some skill involved as the Cosmos were able to prevent crisis on that set piece. Hopefully he's all right. Caught down low, back up. Looks like he's good to go. And does stay on the field. Here he is. Cabrera. Sees it go by. Chalaka. Good play of the ball. Massimo. Kept it away from Llewellyn. New York. They've trailed more or less the entire match. Cosmos threw into the 18, and the shot goes just wide. Almost placed it on the frame. Smith gets low to make the play. New York keeping it up. Is that a look at us? That's one of the new signees, by the way, for the Cosmos. One of 3 that they've picked up in the last couple of weeks. Really close. No, it's not. It's trash that, excuse me. That's Christian Coffey. Coffey came from Huntsville City FC. He's been with the club. This is his 10th appearance of the season. Trying to knife that through. Coffey's been good. Coach talking to me about how happy he's been with his play and how pivotal he's been. He's from Paris, France originally, developed in the academies of AS Monaco and Fiorentina. Starred with their Primavera side. Won some domestic titles. Here come the Cosmos on cue. It's Coffey who goes down. And the call, he can't believe it. Appealing. And the referee's not going to have it. Jacob Larson, our referee. Look again where Bentley got down there Referee says he got ball. Coffee doesn't think so. Select proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL. From grassroots through to the pros, Select there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, there's a reason it's the player's choice. Chattanooga just beyond midfield. It's Hernandez. Then over the top, down into the area, nodded through to the 6 and covered by the keeper again for New York. The Cosmos man has been good on those through balls. Back to work. NYC. Motabito. Touched it across out front. Ajmer. He's been quiet so far. Spengler down along the edge of the wing. Cosmos try an aerial play that has too much sauce. That's off for goal kick. Cosmos a much more possession-heavy, pass-heavy side. 7,300 passes, 81% accuracy for the Cosmos, 5,000. 73% for Chattanooga's Red Wolves. And in spite of the difference in goals allowed and goals scored, both have posted 5 clean sheets entering this matchup. Red Wolves try to knife that around Jalaka. It's sent off intentionally. Thrown long over the top, knotted out near the spot, and Cosmos man bicycles that out of there. Trying to return it inside, somehow taken up by the Red Wolves, backside, pinball through, goal for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. The center back from Baltimore, Maryland. Adewole scores for Chattanooga. It's 2-0 Red Wolves at CHI Memorial Stadium. Look at the good feed. Hernandez is right there, and everyone's so worried about Pedro Hernandez getting onto the ball. Watch how the body's eyes, head shift right there as it slides through to Toby, and he buries it. Adewole scores the 37th goal of the season for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. It's his first. And his guys fired up for him. They love it. That's a great score. Cosmos are in a hole early. Just over a half of an hour gone. They trail 2-0. Hernandez scored in the first minute. Adewole scores in the 32nd for Chattanooga. Massimo. Finesses that. Down the touchline. Motabito, heavily contested, has to hit the brakes. Massimo tried that for the 6. It's knocked into the air. Kept down there. Hit the brakes, and the call as these two collide. And the Red Wolves can't draw. Hernandez going to see that go the way of the Cosmos. What a spot for New York. They're rolling around. I can't tell if that's genuine. Either way, it's a good draw for New York. Look back at what happened. Holding his ankle, you be the judge. I say good draw. Hopefully he's good to go. Looks like he is. Spangler on top of the ball. Alongside Ozzy Ramos, another newcomer in his 4th ever appearance for the Cosmos. Ramos, League One experience. Hernandez and Hernandez in front of him. Dished across, Spangler fires that off the defender, Iambila, and it skies back to midfield. All the way through. Volleyed that back and forth a little bit through the air. Iambila flipped to Smith, the keeper, who will go to work. Adewole trying to get the connection. Cosmos will throw in quickly. Chilaka. From the center field circle. Good long bend of the football down to the edge of the wing. New York tried to heel that through, and there's no one there. Adewole leaves that for Smith. Red Wolves get going quickly. Kelly Rosales pitched it across. Chattanooga back to him. Angelo. Long bend of the ball over the top. Too much as he can't connect with Jordan Iambila. Soccer season is into the final legs, but it's not too late to be on site with us. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Cosmos flipped it back to him on the edge of the 18. Knifes his way toward the end line. What a move over the top for the back of the 6. It's knotted away and now cleared by Chattanooga. Red Wolves moving through midfield. Center field stripe is where he hits the brakes. Bentley floated it back inside of the 18. Kinsner fitted through. Ooh, what a touch. Leonard Wessels went down. Looks like he's good to go. Quickly blew that dead. Red Wolves off to a red-hot start. Pun not intended. First half has been mostly Chattanooga. We've seen great opportunities for the Cosmos. They just haven't finished anything. Long bend. Teed him up. Hernandez hits the brakes. He's got some room off the defender and taken away by New York. Coffee. Good movement with the ball. Massimo to Spangler across to the far touchline. New York. Long winder. Ramos. Cosmos tried to go through to the inside. Chilaka. Coffee. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Cuts for the end line. Fed over the top. And Ramos pushes it outside of the 18. Coffee's got it again. Doesn't like it. Chilaka is the man quarterbacking this side. Cosmos trying to go through to the penalty arc. Angelo Kelly Rosales takes it away. He's got Hernandez and Hernandez alongside him as they counter. Angelo leaves it off. Pedro back to the midfield stripe. It caught me off guard. A couple of people told me today they weren't familiar with the Cosmos. And just, you know, if you're a soccer fan and have been for a while, you probably know who the Cosmos are, even if you don't know a lot about their history. And I know the Cosmos fans are probably so sick of hearing it, but some of the greatest players in the world played for the Cosmos in the 70s in the NASL. Pele, obviously the most notable. It's a wild piece of history. Chattanooga Red Wolves down into the 18. Massimo making his mark in Cosmos history this season, takes it away. Spangler. Left off. He's got room, but offside. That was close. Somebody dial up the VAR. Mbila tried to send that inside. New York takes it away. And as Coffee goes down, ball will go with them. Cosmos. Just a reminder to check out all the great swag. Kits, t-shirts, scarves, so much cool stuff. Visit the website of the Red Wolves, Chattanooga Red Wolves / or hyphen, excuse me, it's a hyphen, it's on screen, sc.com. Visit today, Chattanooga Red Wolves, sc.com. I should have just not said the slash and told you it was on screen, that's my bad. Long feed for the end line, and that's knocked away. He looks a little shaken up, they're both still down. Spangler, the star for the Cosmos this season. So well respected throughout League One. He was after the ball and just took an awkward slide into Adewole. Toby looks to be good as well, thankfully. Both of them up and moving. Spangler still limping it off a bit. I know quite a few fans made the trip from New York to support the Cosmos. It's a long journey down I-75. Some great sights as you travel through into Tennessee, both north and south on the highway. To the south, Atlanta. Great state of Georgia. You keep on going, you hit Florida. To the north, Knoxville, Kentucky. Obviously, you want to cut down from the coast. New York behind midfield. 43rd, more than halfway gone. 2-0 Red Wolves. Leading moments of this first half. Just able to evade the Red Wolf. Kelly Rosales almost took it away. Down the touchline, just beyond the wing. New York, he hits the brakes. Cosmos man feeds it inside. Controlled through traffic, and he goes down as Chattanooga able to clear it away from their own area. Chiwaka. Coffee. Gets a cup of Joe flipped forward. Massimo sent through to the 18. Ramos hits the brakes on top of it. Wants to feed the ball over the top. Heavily defended by Jordan Iambila. For the 6, it's knotted away. And Jordan is picked off by Coffee. Spinning ball, knifed for the end line. Coffee again. Pinballed off the defender. It's up into row B. Set piece coming. New York will send this from the corner. almost standing by. Spangler to deliver. Bent for the back of the 6, and Smith showing the gloves. Jason Smith goes up top and snags that out of the air. He makes the play and keeps it going in the 45th. Smith has been one of the best in USL during his career in this season. Chilaka across. 3 minutes of added time on half one. Jonathan Smith, our fourth official, with the signal. Chattanooga has changed really nothing about their strategy and play style, and Mackenzie told me that. I didn't think they would. Like, it's not like you do these calls with the coach and they're like, after telling you every match this season I wouldn't change my strategy, I'm now changing my strategy, right? But you have to ask. You have to say, are you going to make any changes? The answer was no, and it's worked well. Coffee had that on a string for a moment, just able to get it away. Davide had great things to say about him. I can see why. He is certainly in late season form and has looked really good. Iambila. Scott described this as a tipping point in the season for Chattanooga. They're still a match back from a lot of the pack, which helps as far as points go and how you view things on the table. The Cosmos are actually 2 matches back in the pack, which, trailing 2-0 at the half, can't feel too fantastic about that fact, but with 6 points in the back pocket on the way home on this road trip, you can feel pretty good about that. I mean, you've got 6 more points available than a lot of the other teams in the league. Flipped across. Dished back, Chilaka. Down for the wing. Cosmos man, Massimo. Somehow got away from Iambila. Wanted to cut it back, Spangler. Ajmer through for the 18. Coffee inside, just in front of the 6. Finds a way to bend it through. It's the veteran for the New York Cosmos who gets one back. 2-1 with a goal in Chattanooga. Sebastian Guinzotti. The Montevideo native gets it done. Not his first time playing for the Cosmos. Back with another stint. Since his early playing days, he's enjoyed a long career in USL and keeps the moments going. Just tack one more on the highlight reel for Sebastian. What a score. And an added time on the half. Doesn't look too thrilled, but a great moment for him. Cosmos hanging around, and a goal right before the break certainly gives them some good conversations to be had at the whiteboard in the locker room. Quick stoppage. Ripped back to the 6. Chilaka. Waning moments of half one in a 1-goal match. Chattanooga scored in the opening minute, Hernandez, then in the 32nd. Adewole scores, and the response from Guinzotti in the 47th minute. Flipped across. Hammered off the defender, it's loose. Backside, Coffee can't get to it before Iambila sails out of the area with this. Down to midfield. Cosmos reset. Long bend. Referee going to let them play. Down to the corner. Chattanooga takes it away and clears it. And that will take us to the break in a one-goal match. Chattanooga Red Wolves rip one off the open. An immediate score set the tone for this first half, but a back-and-forth affair, a lot of open play for these two sides. This man gets a nice one. Both clubs have a lot of positives to walk into the locker room with. Obviously the Cosmos trailing, but they're going to look to find a way to establish even more momentum, and we'll be back in just a moment with more Pro Side Soccer halftime coverage and so much more from Chattanooga in a 2-1 match when we return right here with more from USL League One.
He shoots, and he scores!
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
This isn't just a team. It's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Back in Chattanooga in a one-goal match, the Red Wolves lead at the half. They scored in the first minute. Toby padded it to make it 2-0, but the veteran Sebastian scores one to make this much more respectable and within reach at the half. A lot of new construction going on, the league growing quickly. Let's learn more about that right now around USL.
They are more than shiny and new. The latest collection of brand new stadiums in USL are a commitment to communities. Fans in Boise have set attendance records. Finishing touches greet the fans in Fort Wayne weekly. In Greenville, Triumph fans are in love with their permanent new home. These projects take time and patience, but nothing gets a community excited like seeing a shovel in the ground. Detroit City of the USL Championship has gone from dreams to renderings to construction. At its recent groundbreaking in Southwest Detroit, Alumni Phi Stadium became a vision for the very near future.
We've been incredibly fortunate to create something that's way bigger than us, and that we have the great fortune of being stewards of it. And the stadium represents really an investment in that community, an investment in this neighborhood, a tremendous investment in the city, and something that will be around for generations to come.
With this stadium, the club is investing in its future and demonstrating a long-term commitment to building a sustainable, community-driven club. I'm excited for what the future holds for Detroit City. I can't wait to be back here for the opening match in 2028. And I want to say congratulations to the fans, supporters, ownership group, and the entire community that made this amazing new home possible.
At 15,000 seats, Alumni Phi raises the bar for Detroit City. Soon there will be more groundbreakings and sounds of stadium construction as USL gets closer to the launch of Premier.
counts. First time shot, it's in! The Vermont Green have equalized!
It is halftime in League One. We hope you're enjoying the match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at the headlines. The playoff line in League One is a crowded place entering this week thanks to runs from Corpus Christi and Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chattanooga collected a much-needed 3 points with a win at Fort Wayne, while Corpus Christi pulled out a victory at Spokane, extending its unbeaten run in league play to 6 matches. Near the top of the table, Charlotte Independence kept the pressure on first place Union Omaha with a 3-1 win over Sarasota Paradise. Swabu Maru stayed atop the Golden Boot race with his 11th goal of the season. Charlotte is pouncing on opponents early in matches with 13 of their goals coming in the first 15 minutes of play. Fort Wayne forward Lillian Ricole was transferred to San Antonio of the USL Championship. Ricole was the League One Player of the Month in July and heads to a club looking for some more punch offensively as it stands in the hunt for the Western Conference title. Upcoming Spotlight broadcast. Fort Wayne hosts Richmond on CBS Sports Network on September 2nd. Then in the championship, Sacramento hosts San Antonio on ESPN2, followed by Birmingham and Brooklyn 3 days later on 2DN. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Coutinho going for goal!
Unreal. Football is life.
A jaw-dropping leveler!
Stoppage time drama. Wonderful finish in the USL.
¡Es espectacular! Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino. Hay sed de revancha, doctor. Pero falta gol. Estamos a esperar a un gol. ¿Hugo Sánchez?
Sí, tira para adelante.
¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? ¡Llegamos por fin! ¡Ay, bendito sea el chofer, doctor! Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte! A donde me den la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso. ¡Listo, vámonos!
This is your moment.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kind of everything.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
He shoots and he scores!
Back with a look at our USL League One Team of the Week and a look around the league. So much success in Week 24 in USL League One. Some familiar faces and some very, very good performances around the league. But Sebastian on the bench in Week 24. Let's take a look at our Player of the Week in Week 24. Christopher, for his unbelievable performance. He's done very well all year for Charlotte Independence and just kept it rolling with another big one last time out. Today's schedule, scores from around the league. We're live with a few different matches. 1-0 the lead for Sarasota. Portland out ahead against the Kickers on the road. And Knoxville leading at home over AC Boise. Later tonight, forward Madison hosts Charlotte. Corpus Christi playing host to Westchester. Spokane hosting the Greenville Triumph. We'll return with more in just a moment. 2-1 at the break, the lead with the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
This isn't just a team. It's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
He shoots and he scores!
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Beautiful night in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 2-1 at the half under a setting sun. The Red Wolves are leading the New York Cosmos. And the sun will set on this match, and we'll have twice as many highlights for you after this second half. Let's see the highlights from half one. First minute, off the rip, 30 seconds into this thing. Let's relive it. Chattanooga Red Wolves go inside, had a chance to find his way through, knocked back, ping, delivered perfectly. And just like that, seconds into the match, it was 1-0 Chattanooga Red Wolves. Watch this again. Hernandez cleaned it up. Get this man a deal with a cleaning brand. Beautiful. The Red Wolves making some smoke. We move forward to the 32nd minute. That wasn't the only goal that Chattanooga scored in half one. Somehow found his way through. Kinsner looked like he was going inside for Hernandez, who would have had his second. Instead, on the backside, it's the first of the year for Adewole. Watch Toby. He's all set up. Perfectly delivered. Goals number 36 and 37 of the season for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Red Wolves on the hunt. And one final goal brought us back within one. The veteran, Sebastian, was ready to get it done. Spangler brushed it for the end line, Coffee inside, and Guanzati pushed it through. Made it 2-1 in the waning moments of our first half. We were in added time. Sebastian was just able to pinball that off. Look at that ping right off of the leg of a would-be defender. Made it 2-1. These are the numbers that powered half number one. All New York Cosmos possession. We're used to seeing that from the Red Wolves, though, in USL League One. They're very happy to let other clubs have possession, right? Sit back, let them hang on to it. That's not where we make our plays and make our money. And tonight, that strategy has worked well for them. We'll see how the Cosmos adjust. Will they have even more possession in this second half? I think Chattanooga would be fine with that. They might be looking for something aggressive off of a counter, but just based on the numbers, things have worked very well into game plan for the Red Wolves of Chattanooga, who see this as a tone-setting match. (2-1) after one half of action. The lead with the Chattanooga Red Wolves. York Cosmos on their best stint since joining USL League One. 2 in a row entering tonight. Back-to-back clean sheets. And they'll look to keep it going. We saw the stats, we saw the highlights. New York with some new personnel. I talked extensively in that first half about all the different guys and different looks they're able to put together. Can they find a way to capitalize on that again? Davide Galazzini has come on, replacing Massimo, the right back from Philadelphia. There's a look at Galazzini. Davide had a very nice start to the year. He's scored 2 goals already. This is going to be his 15th appearance for the side. Verona, Italy native. Underway with half number 2 between the Cosmos and Red Wolves. Chattanooga and New York racing to a finish in Tennessee. Red Wolves working left to right, wearing their home burgundy in the second half. Cosmos right to left in their road yellows. Chattanooga, they scored 30 seconds into the first half, so beware NYC. Winan, double team, kept it away from Ozzy Ramos, harassed, and Chilaka getting the whistle. He'll send it inside, and our keeper brushes this back underway. Anderson Holt leaves it off through midfield. Cabrera, defended by Bentley. Dribble, 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 cuts his way out front of the 18. Now for the end line, Ajmer sends it down, and it's covered by Smith. Effortless for Chattanooga. Red Wolves currently 8th place on the table. I talked in the first half about how they are a match or 2 back in some cases from most of the rest of the pack. So consider that a match in hand. You're above the line. You've got a gap between how many matches you've played and your opponents. And the Cosmos in an even better situation if they continue to play well. They're 2 matches back from most teams in the league. Sent forward to Coffee, he leaves it off through to the 18 for the spot. Chattanooga clears it away. And now they'll possess. Left off and skied through to midfield. Errantly sent up into row F. Back underway. From the circle, New York. Cosmos 17 points. Near the bottom of the USL League One table. Knifes his way down to the sideline and bends it long over the top. A foot race as he tries to go around the defender, who plays this very well and clears it back from the 18. Bentley, the Englishman. One of the great scorers in Red Wolves history. Two quick connections and he goes down. And the yellow card shown to the Cosmos man. Pleading his case. Galazzini, who just came into the match at the half, suffering the yellow. Look at what happened. You can see the physicality, the contact. Davide suffers his 5th yellow card of the season. Chattanooga's been very good at home. They're 6-3-0 on their home turf. So far, they've responded very well to a loss. Bent long. And this rolls off. Cosmos cut it to the inside. Sebastian gets it through, but it's disrupted enough and controlled by Smith. Bentley. Lost it. New York. Spangler's got space. Back stick just wide for New York's Cosmos. Almost dashes it home to equalize us. Really good opportunity for Ajmer Spangler. Adewole is all in his face. Disrupts very well. Smith goes the right way. I think even if that had been a hair back 1 degree to the left and had fallen inside of the goal, I think Smith had the angle on it. And that's one of the many advantages of having a veteran keeper like Jason Smith, the Fresno, California native. He played for the Orange at Syracuse. Key contributor for Chattanooga last season. 11 clean sheets, 2,100 minutes. He's already racking up the clean sheets again this year. Iambila threw into the 18 as it's knocked away. This will be a Pepsi corner kick for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Coach Cordy told me this week, very, very important to contain these set pieces. Chattanooga's so good on them. Red Wolves. Bend over the top, tried to nod that through, and instead cleared by the New York Cosmos. Well done. Chattanooga on the edge of the wing. Floated it to the backside, no one there. Thought he had a teammate. Hernandez lets it go, and instead it rolls off for goal kick. Chilaka will get it. .37 goals on the season, including 2 tonight for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. New York 22, including their 1 tonight. Cosmos see it stolen away and cleared by Bentley, and that's a good feed forward. Tries to knife his way between a pair of defenders and no one to capitalize on a breakthrough play. Lelin, the Spaniard, pursues New York. Coffey gets around one. Long bend, no one there. Galazzini competing for the ball. Lets that roll off. Goal kick for Smith. Right back from Madrid, Spain. Played collegiately at James Madison University. Joined Chattanooga before the 2025 season. He was a standout at James Madison. 6 goals, 8 assists. Really good down the left side for JMU and helped them make some noise in the NCAA. New York, nothing doing. Adewole sees it taken. Ajmer leaves it off. This is Coffey. Cuts it back, and the strike goes just wide for the New York Cosmos. It remains a Chattanooga lead. Ajmer left it off. He cuts it around Iambila. Has both defenders beat. Smith is totally sold out after the ball, and Coffey just feet away from equalizing this match early in the second half. Scott McKenzie told me on our call this week, this part of the season is a choice. Use the word choice between becoming a contender and just hanging around the playoff line. I know what McKenzie would choose. He is a fierce competitor. Two really good coaches on the touchline today, both great to talk to in very different ways, very different personalities, but both great guys, good leadership styles, genuinely fun to talk to about the game, hear their approach on it. The way they talk about their guys, they have so much respect for the rosters they've built, their players. They think so highly of their guys. It's fun to hear them describe how they've played, how they expect them to play in the matchup, and just fun to hear Scott McKenzie's optimism for this match and the rest of the season. Long bend across for the Cosmos. Here come these yellow lightning bolts down to the 18. Tries this, and it's going to be knocked away. A regather. Holt leaves it off. Chilaka wants to go forward with it himself to the edge of the wing. Galazzini to Coffey. Tries to knife around a defender and cleanly pushed off. Throw in. Chattanooga sees him streak to the 18. Spangler, it's poked away as he tries to hand it off to Ramos. Cabrera back to Ramos. Chilaka to Galazzini. Davide sends it inside of the 18. It's loose. Chattanooga clears it initially. Coffey rushed for help and hammered off a defender. Still loose. Spangler dribbling his way along the front of the area before it's cleared. Cosmos still with it. Pressure. Galazzini for the spot. Brushed out. Regathered. Fired in traffic, and it pinballs through. He got the deflection he needed. Cabrera, the New Jersey native from Rutgers, gets it to go. We're deadlocked at 2 goals apiece at Chattanooga. The Cosmos have equalized as we open minute 57 at CHI Memorial Stadium. Pinball through. There's nothing you can do there. It came off of his own teammate. Smith was ready to make the play. Watch what happens. 2 different Red Wolves. I think it came off the side of the boot of Wessels, and that allows it to kind of poke into the air. It takes a weird bounce off of Toby. Smith can't do anything because it goes up high. The path of the ball, the trajectory changes. After the strike, he can't do anything. Cabrera finds a way to get it through and deadlocked at 2 apiece. How about the midfielder Cabrera? The former Scarlet Knight deadlocking us at CHI Memorial Stadium. And all of a sudden, a match that I told you this would be interesting. I hope you believed me. I felt like it was going to be. A match that seemed intriguing has become very intriguing between one of the best in USL League One, a known, recognized, respected competitor in the Red Wolves, and a club that's scrappy in the last third of the season and just put together their first back-to-back wins of the year. 2-2 between Chattanooga and New York. Cabrera left it off. That also will probably change the way that Chattanooga plays a little bit. Not aggressively, right? They're going to play their system, and they have been. Galazzini got it to Coffey. New York down in the 18, floater for the 6, knotted off over the end line. They're going to be less likely to sit back on the block like that and let them attack them. Ajmer will take it to the corner. This is the first ever competitive meeting between Chattanooga and New York. They're going to play one more time on October 24th at Hinchcliffe. New York Cosmos rotating. Cosmos aired out for the 6, knotted just over the crossbar. Chilaka was right there. He was feeling it. the center back who came from forward Madison Chilaka, trying to find a way to pump one through. He began his professional career with Maccabi Kabilo, earned a transfer to the Israeli Premier League, played in Tel Aviv, then went on loan to Tel Aviv Bat. 3 changes for the Red Wolves of Chattanooga. Three changes for Chattanooga. James Vaughn has come on. Wynan Wessels comes out of the match. Grayson Mercer coming in, the center forward from Naples, Florida. Pedro Hernandez out of the match. Chattanooga from inside of the penalty arc left off. Red Wolves hammered. This one's going to skeeter through. 3-2. Goal for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. 1 hour played. Chattanooga's back out in front at CHI Memorial Stadium. I think the substitutions paid off for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Bentley is rolling around on the spot. Everybody's panicking. New York can't get set fast enough. Yanis is standing there, and the Spaniard gets the ball and says, I'm going to shoot. Watch it come back to him. Look at him look. Fired. And it just finds its way through. Great strike of the ball. Well placed. No saving that. Lellen makes it 3-2 Chattanooga Red Wolves at CHI Memorial. Now 5 goals scored between these two. New York has a half of an hour left to respond and keep things moving. Kelly Rosales also has come out of the match. He's replaced by Austin Montoya. Chattanooga Red Wolves, who just scored, pushed it through. Rushed long. Chattanooga skies this over the top. Bentley, dribble, dribble, dribble. Nap across. Chattanooga through to the 6, knocked away. Cosmos get it out to Frank, who clears this to Galazzini. Iambila comes after him, Chilaka. Quite the collision. Grayson Mercer, the center forward from Naples. He had a great collegiate career. Developed collegiately for the Spartans at Michigan State, then the Broncos at Western Michigan. Played in League Two with Park City and Kalamazoo FC before turning full pro. Skied over the top for New York. Cosmos trailing by a goal after back-to-back scores. New York working to drive the bus. That's off and will stay with the Cosmos. Coffee does very well. Scott McKenzie coached his 100th Chattanooga match in July. Was on hand for that one. Longest tenured head coach in club history. He was also the League One Coach of the Year in 2025. Cosmos tried that for the spot. It's knotted away. He misfires. That'll roll off and go to New York. Spangler. Back to him. Spangler left off, knocked away. Red Wolves clear this from their own back third. Sent forward to the 18. Chattanooga takes this away. Long bend over the top. Mercer can't quite get to the ball. Still after it. Dogged run after it for the Floridian. Regathered. Chattanooga skirts his way around one man, looking for Bentley. Mercer's got it on the arc. Fired and going to be covered up inside of the 6 for New York. Can't watch the match? Tune in on Sirius XM FC 157. It's the only source for 24/7 engaging soccer talk. You can hear USL All Access on Tuesday nights, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Cosmos flipped it back outside. New York bends this for the 6. Pushed away. Collision we play on. Cosmos leave it off. Long strike gloved by Smith as he batters it back to the grass. You know, I like to prepare notes for each situation so I can have a little more to tell you about, to keep you filled in on, you know, what if they've faced this situation before? What do they usually do if they're trailing by a goal or whatever, right? I did not have any notes for a 3-2 match. I did not expect a scoring frenzy between these two sides, though obviously very much in the realm of possibilities. Both are great clubs when they can get it moving. A little pushing and shoving. Cordy told me that he saw Chattanooga as much more organized than Corpus Christi. Red Wolves defend compactly in 2 banks of 4. But they're just super threatening on that counterattack. We've seen it work for them 3 times. Volleyed for the 6, loose and blown dead as they bowl over one another. Coffee, not at 100%. He's been banged up. Cordy sees him as a really important, unpredictable attacking piece and changes the feel of a game. He certainly has tonight. Really clever with the ball on his boots. Feels like it's on a string. Makes good, heady decisions. Inside, Spangler wants to knife his way through, and the double team steals it away. Kept from Cabrera. There's Coffee. And cleared down through midfield. Chilaka struggling to stay with it. Iambila all over him and will be stopped. Jordan Iambila has so much size and speed. Terrifying moment for the center back. Cosmos getting some rotation. They'll try this down near the corner and overshoot their intended target, Galazzini. Tough week for New York. They traveled a long way to get here. Corpus Christi, they had a 6-hour layover at DFW, then continued on to Chattanooga. He sounded tired on the phone. He had just gotten in from his trip. They've played very well in spite of such a long stint on the road. Chattanooga, good brush forward, a little bit of space for the Red Wolves. Coffee's back with him. Chilaka tries to disrupt. He's got it in the 18 and hits the brakes. Almost stolen away, and as they collide, the ball down to the corner. Well played by Leland, who's already scored one. He gets the draw. Calling to the referee saying, hey man, you gotta help me out. It's Ozzy Ramos, who's in the midst of his 4th match with the Cosmos, a veteran midfielder. Cordy had a lot of great things to say about him when they signed him. This is a Pepsi corner for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Red Wolves bend this in front of the 6, and the one-handed glove gets it out of there. Llewellyn tries again, pushed into the air, punched it straight up. Cosmos will put us back underway. New York. Long bend. Galazzini teed it up for Coffee down to the corner of the 18. Davide. Around Iambila. Coffee hands it off to Ramos. Ozzy keeps it away from Jordan. Quickly flicked through across the top of that vacant grass. Cabrera dribbles his way to the corner of the area and poked off a defender. Skied out towards center field in the stripe. Grayson Mercer's got wheels. Down into the 18, disrupted, stays with it, cuts to the backside, stops on the spot, and floated away from him at the last moment by the Cosmos. Grayson Mercer tries to do it all himself. Here comes Coffee. And this is poked away by Iambila. USL on CBS and ESPN platforms all season long. You can catch live matches, expert analysis every day on CBS Sports, Golazo Network, and ESPN Plus. Check it all out. Go to USLchampionship.com for complete USL TV listings. You can find the complete listings on USLchampionship.com and USLLeague1.com. It's right on the top bar, easy to find. Beautiful sunset in Chattanooga. Coffee, he's got caffeine. Stops in front of the wing and harassed. Cosmo's able to keep it going, and he's cut down for the call. And what a spot that'll be for the New York Cosmos. 6 paces back from the 18-yard box. Cordy's guys have got him set up. Prime set piece chance. Ramos standing by. Sebastian down in front of the 6. Flicked across, sent back to him down deep in the wing alongside the area. Knifes his way to the end line. Smith pokes it away. Loose in front of the spot. Fired off a defender and regathered. Cosmos. This is going down toward the Children's Play Palace and off. Thank you for your help, young man. Got to give it back to Jason, though. Jason's got a ball. 3-2, Chattanooga out ahead by a goal. And what has been an explosive performance between these two sides. Smith now doing a little time wasting. We've got just over a quarter of an hour left, plus stoppage between these two. Cordy told me the biggest challenge this week is the mental approach of the Cosmos. He wants New York willing to recycle possession instead of attacking the first opening it sees. They did that the last few drives down the pitch. They weren't doing that in the first half. They've done it very well in half two. The veteran, Sebastian, defended by Iambila. Coffee. A roller wound across the top of the grass. Cabrera leaves it off, sent in front of the 6, through by the spot, brushed out of there by the Red Wolves. Bent out front. This goes wide right. Darren Sedul from the Netherlands coming into the match. Coffee is already in the match.
Entering the match for the Chattanooga Red Wolves, Beto Apollon.
Ilovanov, the central midfielder who came out of Marquette University, coming onto the pitch. Three changes for the Cosmos, one for the Red Wolves. McKenzie was unhappy with the defensive performance against Sarasota. Talked about organization, shape, resilience, and maintaining structure. He described the goals as poor goals to concede. Even though they've played brilliantly offensively and the game plan has worked, I'm sure he's not happy with the concessions tonight. Chattanooga's looked really good overall, just a couple of lapses. New York Cosmos down the touchline, looking to keep it sharp. Through for the 6, and he brushes it all the way home into the twine, deadlocking us at 3 apiece. Goal for the New York Cosmos. Deadlocked late in the 77th minute, the Cosmos equalize it at CHI Memorial Stadium. Unbelievable. A great feed inside. Everybody loses it, and Spangler, our player to watch for New York, gets it done. The former Stetson Hatter finishes that off. Deadlocked at 3 apiece between the Red Wolves and New York Cosmos. New York going to be very happy to go unbeaten 3 in a row. They've just recorded their first ever back-to-back wins as a side. Now in the 79th minute, threatening to walk out of here with a draw and a result against the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Knocked loose, Red Wolves scoop it up. Nap. You can feel the urgency from Chattanooga. Totally different vibe than a moment ago. Knifing his way out front, poked out of there. New York, Sebastian. A little bit of room. Cabrera Keeps it on side. Knifing his way in front of the arc and waiting for help. Sebastian there. Down for the end line, perfectly tackled away. We've got a player slow to rise. Ramos, the Virgin Islands native who came from South Georgia Tormenta, made the play. Hopefully the center forwards are all right.
Gatorade is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Spangler's trying to help him up. Looks like he'll be okay. And that's good news. We're about a goal away from being on record watch between these two. The Red Wolves have been involved in 2 of the highest scoring matches in league history. Twice they've scored 8 goals, against South Georgia in 2023 and against Charlotte Independence in 2022. 6 combined goals tonight for these two sides. Lammin from Gambia, I think he's going to come out. Yeah, they're going to substitute him after he's shaken up. Nick Zielanka, the striker from Wallington, New Jersey, product of UMass for the Minutemen, standing by and ready to play. He was great at UMass. Spent 3 years there, 13 goals, 14 assists, 3 game winners, including a pair during his senior season. He was a prolific USL League II scorer as well with the Hudson Valley Hammers. Scored 31 goals through 4 summers, including 9 in 2025, and played with New York Pansaprin Freedoms in 2025. Started a pair of US Open Cup matches and helped the Freedoms upset MLSNP FC Cincy 2 in the first round. This is a great spot for the Cosmos. Sebastian shading the 6-yard box. 5 yellow kits. Struck well, battered away by Smith. Still loose, tried to knot it inside. Somehow the Cosmos get it back. Taking their time, rotating a bit. Floater for the backside of the 6, knotted away. Slowly regathered, Sadul. Long bend for Cabrera for the 6, and Smith showing off the glove work again. Midway through our 83rd, still deadlocked at 3 apiece. Chattanooga getting going again. Long roller. He likes this look for Mercer. Taken by Cabrera, a little pickpocket. They'll try airing it out themselves, and the airmail might pay off. Overnight delivery to the 18-yard box goes wide. Just off the mark. Tater Bowie, the attacker, goes just wide. Bowie in the midst of his 14th appearance this season for the Cosmos. New York right down the touchline. Just couldn't poke it through. Played off by Chattanooga. From the circle. Chulaka found his man on the edge of the wing. Balleted his way to the 18. The roller tagged up. Cabrera. Cabrera gets it back. Cosmos. Blown dead. That'll go with the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Both of these sides would love to have a result for very different reasons. New York seeking their 6th win. It would push them to 20 points. And you could really start to argue second half of the season revival. Even walking out of here with a draw, I think, builds that case quite a bit. They'll have a really nice last 5. Floater. Just a reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, fans, don't let fans drive drunk. Take care of your friends, take care of other fans, take care of those around you. Don't let fans drive drunk. This is what happened. Spangler came together with Knapp, and it was enough to get a whistle. Knapp suffering the card. Ripped forward. Cosmos for the wing. New York sent it inside, nodded away. A foot race won by Chattanooga. Key clearance in the waning moments of this. Couldn't find help. Zilanka inside. Spangler fighting for his life as Knapp able to jostle him out of there, and possession cleared away. Zilanka will regather. McKenzie looks cool and calm. Cabrera hit the brakes and tries the wing. Frankie knives his way out front, back of the 6, no one there. Goal kick, Smith and the Red Wolves of Chattanooga. Chattanooga needs these points in such a different way. They're 8th on the table, right around the line. They've got 31. Again, they're a match or 2 back from most of the pack, but at 31 points, 3 more would be huge. Cosmos, sticky boots, pickpocketed, long feed to the veteran, Sebastian. Hits the brakes and leaves it off, looking through to the penalty arc, and stolen by Chattanooga's Red Wolves as they clear this away to midfield. Zilanka somehow gets this away from Grayson Mercer and dishes it across. Cabrera. Precision delivery. Long ball for the 6, not into the back stick where Smith makes the play. Sebastian denied by Jason Smith in Chattanooga. That's a really good look. Perfect service. He's being harassed, shaded heavily by Kinsner, the center back from Tacoma, and the Washington native. It's not enough. He can't stop him. Sebastian gets that good look, but Jason Smith is ready for it. Red Wolves now to respond. 90 seconds before we roll the stoppage time. Certain to see a bit. Vaughn tried for it all. The jostle, no call. Red Wolves fans want it. Stefani. Rolls all the way through. Backside, Chattanooga's got it. Left in front of the 6 and cleared by Zelanka. This is off. Down alongside the corner. Pepsi corner kick. They'll switch it up. Who's going to deliver? Long throw in for the 6, knotted out front, trying to clear. Cosmo's got it moving. Spangler grabbed from behind and pulled to the ground, and the yellow card immediately, no question. Not a conversation to be had. 6 minutes of stoppage time. It only took 30 seconds for the Chattanooga Red Wolves to make their mark at the beginning of this match. Could we see a stunner in stoppage time from one of these two? Sadul will do the honors off of the yellow. Rolled forward, Cabrera goes down. Mercer right there, ball's still alive, fighting for it with sticky boots. Sebastian tries to nutmeg the defender, cleared away initially. Sadul across. Cosmos from the wing, knifes his way to the end line, rolled for the 6, and it's cleared again by Chattanooga. New York has found a way to put pressure on. Back-to-back wins entering this match against the Red Wolves. Deadlocked at 3 apiece. We're into stoppage time with 4 minutes left to go. Hammered that off of Bentley. They'll throw it immediately. Dish backward. Chilaka. Floater for the 6-yard box. Only one man there for New York. Nothing doing for him. Zelanka sees it cleared away. That ends up being knocked off as well, errantly. Sebastian's tenure, I've mentioned a couple of times tonight how long it's been, but he played with the Cosmos in their previous era. Not the 70s with Pele, but the one after that. Championship teams in 2013, 2015, and 2016. Long bend. Nathan Denoho standing by on the touchline, the Oman native. Originally from Tennessee. Long feed, Chattanooga somehow got it around one defender in New York. Sends it back behind the center field stripe. Chattanooga. Skated around the defender, but a little too much. Stretching it out, and the change. Kinsner to be replaced for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. 95th minute. We're still stretching out.
Entering the match for your Chattanooga Red Wolves, number 19, Nathan Donahoe.
No announced over the public address. He's come on for Kinsner. Cabrera. Hopefully Cabrera's all right. This is what happened. He might have landed funny on his knee. I'm hoping that we get good news. Initially, I thought he might just be doing some time wasting, but now down on the touchline. Hopefully he's good to go. Never want to see that. Lots of great matches around the league still tonight. USLLeague1.com. See the full schedule. I'd love to have you with us for more coverage wherever you may tune in. Full schedule available at USLLeague1.com. You can also check out the full championship schedule, USLChampionship.com. Away from the 18 and couldn't collect. Ramos. Enough to draw the whistle. A little shove. Zilanka. Omar Hernandez left alone with the ball. We had so much time wasted during that injury stoppage. I don't know how long he'll let this go on for. I would guess he could let it go into the 99th minute of play. Omar Hernandez bends it for the 6. It's poked into the air, volleyed down toward the wing. New York's got it as he's tackled down hard. That's still a live ball, trying to fight his way back inside. Nathan sees the Cosmos push this across. Cuts it back down into the 18 and goes wide just to the right. That's a really good look. Bowie, the winger, just gets around Hernandez. Placed that pretty well, but a bit wide as we remain deadlocked at 3 goals apiece. It's worth noting they've scored 24 goals this season, 3 of them tonight. Mathematically, that's a pretty big tendency breaker for the Cosmos. Cordy has to be thrilled with that. 98th minute, halfway gone. New York Cosmos, backside of the 6, volleyed into the air. Wellen tees it up and cleared by Chattanooga's Red Wolves to midfield. New York. Chilaka. They're hungry at CHI Memorial. They won a 3rd win in a row. Cosmos pickpocketed. Sticky boots. This time he's going to be hit with a whistle. Bowie sees Chattanooga stay with this, and he suffers the yellow card, his 4th of the season. Kinsner stayed in the match. Our 4th official signaled he was being replaced by Nathan. No touch initially. These two collide and sent up top. 99th minute, halfway gone, and that is full time as we get the whistle from our referee, Jacob Larson. A result for the Cosmos of New York. 3 in a row unbeaten for the New York Cosmos. Chattanooga takes a point at home against NYC. Let's take a look at our play of the match. What else would it be? 30 seconds in. Pinballed back. Hello, net. That one buried by Hernandez. Another look. Put it right off of the keeper. He can't glove it. Perfectly done. Pedro Hernandez buried it for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. And of course, that's going to put him well into consideration and victory for our man of the match, presented by Riverside Beverage. Pedro Hernandez, congratulations on being named man of the match for our coverage today of USL League One soccer at CHI Memorial Stadium. Your incredible rebound goal, your great play all day long, well deserved on that honor, and just a fun all-around day between these two sides. 6 total goals. The Cosmos pop off on the road and end their road trip on a hot note with that one. Cordy's got to be feeling happy. Mackenzie gets the result at home. Highlights and more when we return in Chattanooga, Tennessee at CHI Memorial Stadium to wrap our coverage.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
He shoots, and he scores!
Through every stage of life, it's great to have a partner to help you take the next step. To open that first checking account, build credit, save for the future, plan for retirement, and create a legacy for those who matter most. From that first milestone to all the moments ahead, greater awaits. Bank OZK.
3-3 at full time, a back and forth affair. Chattanooga popped off early. The Cosmos respond and look very good on the road, and they get the result. 3 in a row unbeaten for them. Let's relive the top moments from this match, and yes, it starts with our play of the match. The first minute, 30 seconds off the clock. This is how things got going. You remember it. Pushed right off the keeper and cleaned up by Pedro Hernandez. That opened our scoring in minute 1. We take it to minute 32. Watch Mr. Toby. Pushed just out front of the 18. Kinsner fought his way through all the way to the backside. Adewole gets it done. 2-0. But the Cosmos wanted to respond before they went to the locker room. The veteran, Sebastian, gets it done. His storied career continues for the New York Cosmos. 56th minute. New York Cosmos trailing to open the second half 2-1. Chattanooga just can't quite clear that away, and Cabrera, ping-pong, pinball through for the score. Do you want to hear the sound effect again? Cabrera, ping-pong, found its way through, just over the glove of Smith. 61st minute, almost done now, I promise. 2-2, but not for long. Bentley's left rolling, and right back to him. He'll clean it up. Hammered to the right stick. He got it done. Grayson Mercer, a really nice pass. I don't think that's where he was going, but hey, what works, works. 3-2, Chattanooga Red Wolves. The Cosmos hungry for that result, and to prove the turnaround is underway in the 77th minute, I think they did just that. How about it? Spangler, our man to watch, our player to watch for the New York Cosmos, pushes it through into the twine to deadlock us at 3 apiece. These are the stats and the numbers at full time that drove the match. 26 shots. You know the record for the league is 37 shots in a match? 26 shots against the Chattanooga Red Wolves, who put 8, 5 on target, 7 on target for the Cosmos. Jason Smith played out of his mind. 8 corners to 3, 2 on offsides and 2 yellow cards. A result for these two sides, they play to a draw with an incredible 6-goal performance at CHI Memorial Stadium. What a back and forth affair and a fun one between the Red Wolves and Cosmos. For our whole crew, these two sides, and all the fans, we appreciate you joining and being with us for Pro Side Soccer in USL League One. I'm Gabriel Try saying so long from the scenic city, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.